In this video, we are going to talk about the American Tower stock. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. The stock price of American Tower Corporation, REIT, increased 1.97% on the most recent trading day, Monday, June 28, 2021, jumping from $266.54 to $271.79, and has now increased for 3 days in a row. It'll be interesting to watch if it manages to keep increasing or if it takes a small break for the next few days. The price varied 1.35% throughout the day, from a low of $268.37 to a high of $272. Although the price has dropped in 6 of the last 10 days, it is still up 0.31% in the last 2 weeks. On the last day, volume fell by minus 256,000 shares, resulting in a total of 2 million shares being purchased and sold for $440.46 million. You should keep in mind that declining volume on higher prices generates divergence, which could be an early warning sign of potential changes in the coming days. In the near term, the stock is in the upper part of a strong rising trend, which may present a good selling opportunity for the short-term trader as a response back to the lower half of the trend is likely. A breakup at the top trend line at $273.45 will signal a faster rate of upward movement. Given the present short-term trend, the stock is anticipated to climb 12.06% over the next 3 months and, with a 90% likelihood, conclude the period with a price between $287.89 and $306.43. Signals and prognosis. The stock of American Tower Corporation, REIT, has buy indications from both short and long-term moving averages, indicating that the stock has a strong outlook. In addition, the relationship between the two signals produces a general buy signal when the short-term average is higher than the long-term average. The lines at $266.71 and $259.24 will provide some support on corrections down. Sell signals will be issued if any of these levels are broken below. On Wednesday, May 12, 2021, a buy signal was sent from a pivot bottom point, and it has since risen 12.33%. More upward movement is expected until a new top pivot is discovered. Despite rising prices, volume declined over the previous trading day. This generates a price-volume discrepancy, which could be an early warning sign. The stock should be properly monitored. Negative signals were also sent out, and these could have an impact on the near-term trajectory. Furthermore, the 3 months moving average convergence divergence is currently indicating a sell signal, MACD. On Wednesday, May 19, 2021, the stock received a golden star signal asterisk on the short-term chart. Stop loss, risk, and support. On the downside, the stock finds support from cumulative volume around $248.62 and $247.49, close below today's level. When a stock is testing a support level, there is a natural chance that it will be broken, causing the stock to fall to the next support level. In this example, American Tower Corporation, REIT, finds support at $248.62, which is barely below today's price. If this is breached, the next accumulated volume support levels will be $247.49 and $244.02. In general, the stock has highly controlled swings, and with good liquidity, the risk in this stock is considered to be extremely low. The stock changed $3.63, or 1.35%, between high and low on the previous day. The stock has had a daily average volatility of 1.21% over the last week. Is AMT a worthwhile investment? Investors in American Tower Corporation, REIT, NYSE, AMT, should be aware that hedge fund activity has dwindled in recent months. At the end of March, American Tower Corporation, REIT, NYSE, AMT, was in 58 hedge funds portfolios. This statistic has reached an all-time high of 62. At the end of the fourth quarter, our database contained 61 hedge funds having AMT positions. AMT isn't in the top 30 most popular stocks among hedge funds. According to our calculations, click for Q1 rankings. Why, then, do we consider hedge fund sentiment before making any investing decisions? Between 1999 and 2016, hedge fund small-cap stock picks outperformed the market by double digits annually. According to our analysis, although the margin of outperformance has been shrinking in recent years. Despite this, we were able to predict a small group of hedge fund holdings that have outperformed the S&P 500 ETFs by more than 115 percentage points since March 2017. See the details here. By following the activities of corporate insiders and hedge funds, we have been able to outperform passive index funds, and we believe that small investors can gain greatly from reading hedge fund investor letters and 13F filings. When it comes to finding the next big investment opportunity, we don't leave any stone untouched. Lithium mining, for example, is currently one of the fastest growing industries, so we're looking at stock pitches like this developing lithium stock. We look at lists like the 10 greatest hydrogen fuel cell stocks to find the next Tesla that will pay off tenfold. Even though we only propose positions in a small percentage of the firms we research, we look at as many as we can. We read hedge fund investor letters and attend hedge fund conferences to hear stock proposals. On our homepage, you can sign up for our free daily newsletter. Now let's take a look at some recent hedge fund activity in American Tower Corporation, right, NYSE, AMT. Is AMT a good stock to buy right now? At the end of the first quarter, 58 of the hedge funds monitored by Insider Monkey had long holdings in this stock, down 5% from the previous quarter. 57 hedge funds had shares or bullish call options in AMT a year ago, compared to 57 hedge funds a year ago. So, let's see which hedge funds were among the top stockholders and which hedge funds were making significant moves. The most valuable holding in American Tower Corporation, right, NYSE, AMT, was held by Aker Capital Management, which was worth $1,703.1 million at the conclusion of the fourth quarter. Cantillon Capital Management, which collected $475.6 million in shares, came in second. Fisher Asset Management, D.E. Shaw, and Alkion Capital Management were also big fans of the stock, and they became some of the company's biggest hedge fund investors. In terms of portfolio weights allotted to each investment, American Tower Corporation, right, NYSE, AMT, received the most, accounting for 11.56% of Aker Capital Management's 13F portfolio. Herd Capital is also a big fan of AMT, allocating 9.92% of its 13F equity portfolio to the firm. Given the fact that the aggregate hedge fund industry has shown a fall in interest in American Tower Corporation, right, NYSE, AMT, it's safe to assume that a specific tier of money managers dropped their complete holdings in the first quarter. Surprisingly, Renaissance Technologies sold the most stock of the 750 funds tracked by Insider Monkey, totaling about $176.8 million in stock, and Stuart J. Zimmer's Zimmer Partners was just behind it, selling $139.7 million in stock. These deals are significant because hedge fund interest was reduced by 3 funds in the first quarter. Let's look at hedge fund activity in other stocks that aren't in the same industry as American Tower Corporation, right, NYSE, AMT, but are similarly valued. The Estée Lauder Companies Inc., NYSE, L, Intuit Inc. Nasdaq, INTU, Lockheed Martin Corporation, NYSE, LMT, Square, Inc. NYSE, SQ, Uber Technologies, Inc. NYSE, Uber, Target Corporation, NYSE, TGT, and Micron Technology, Inc. are among the stocks mentioned. Nasdaq, NU. The market values of this set of stocks are the most similar to AMT's market value. As you can see, there were an average of 79.9 hedge funds with bullish positions in these equities, with an average investment of $6,175 million. In the case of AMT, the figure was $4,594 million. The most popular stock in this table is Uber Technologies, Inc. NYSE, Uber. Lockheed Martin Corporation, NYSE, LMT, on the other side, is the least popular, with only 50 bullish hedge fund positions. The least popular stock in this group is American Tower Corporation, right, NYSE, AMT, yet hedge fund interest is still below average. AMT has a 35.1 total hedge fund sentiment score. Stocks with a higher number of hedge fund positions, both in comparison to other stocks and in comparison to their historical range, have a higher sentiment score. According to our calculations, Hedge funds' top 5 most popular stocks returned 95.8% in 2019 and 2020, outperforming the S&P 500 ETF, SPY, by 40 percentage points. These stocks rose 17.2% from June 11 to June 11, beating the market by 3.3 percentage points. A small number of hedge funds were also correct in their bets on AMT, since the stock has returned 12.8% since the end of the first quarter, through June 11, and has outpaced the market by even more. What do you think about our video? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications before you go. Thanks for watching.